very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Right, left, then left, right. I seen him stutter word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God like his heart filled with stress. Throwing blows in his square so to see who's best. Right, left, then left, right. I seen him stutter word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God like his heart filled with stress. Throwing blows in his square so to see who's best. Right, left, then left, right. I seen him stutter word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God like his heart filled with stress. Throwing blows in his square so to see who's best.
Before we start the podcast today, I just want to give a little shout out to one of the sponsors of the show, Portland Nutrition Corner. For those who don't know, I work there part-time Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2. We got everything. As you see on the homepage on the website here, pncmain.com, amino acids, fat burners, fish oils, general health, greens formulas. I mean, it's all there. We got it all. Pre-workouts, proteins, sleep aids, all of it. Brands. We got all the brands that are popular in the industry. Axe and Sledge, 5% Nutrition, I Prevail supplements. Free shipping of orders over $99. And if we don't have it on the website, give a call. I'll bring up the phone number right now. And we can take phone orders and have it sent to you. Shoot us an email on socials, PNC Main on Instagram. Give us a follow. Come in and say what's up. Once again, Portland, Maine Nutrition Corner, 85 Western Ave, South Portland, Maine. Enjoy the show.
You're like, I'm letting in bread, and she's like, okay, see you, bye.
Yeah. She's like chilling here. Oh, what the fuck? I'm on her computer. I'm on her computer because I couldn't get mine to work still.
Oh, it's not working?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know anything about technology at all. So
Dude, I don't know shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like, something goes wrong. Sean was saying maybe it's like the USB port or something like that. Like, it doesn't read it for like the microphone.
Should turn it on.
Oh yeah.
So it's turning on. It's just not working.
Yeah. Just not working. It's just black screen. So I don't know. Yeah. Kind of sucks, but whatever.
Dude.
When in doubt, I guess I'll buy a new Chromebook or some shit.
Nothing like having to drop $1,000 on a new computer.
Exactly. When you don't expect it. All right, what the hell? Okay. Dude, my weight has been fucking taking off.
Dude,
I'm not gonna talk about myself the whole time, but like crazy.
Yo, bro, that fucking picture was wild yesterday.
Yeah, this is the first time like I really felt like, oh shit, like I feel like I'm gaining confidence daily in like, you know, like my goals for this season have been like, I just want to look like I belong. Now, like there's a little part of me that's like, oh, I might want to knock off a couple people while I'm at it. Like,
oh, you're gonna knock off a couple people while you're at it.
Like
you looking the way you look right now, like, dude, I don't even care. Blush King show up in the best shape of his life. You'll give him a run. Fuck, I don't give a shit. I'll go on record and even say that. He hasn't even. I get that he's won the New York Pro and everything like that, but I don't know, dude. He never gets in shape.
I saw like recent pictures of him, like in the last 2 days or something like that, full off-season mode.
Yeah, it was like 302. His face is like all puffy.
His face was pretty thick. Pretty damn thick.
Some people carry a shit ton of like face fat.
Yeah.
You can definitely
I don't carry as much as I used to. I remember when I first started, my shit would just blow up like any off-season.
Cheeks like chipmunks.
Like chipmunks. I think it was probably Anadrol and D-ball that did it a little bit too.
Yeah, probably. That would probably do it. Yeah, but dude, 281 and you looking still as lean as you look, like you're fucking on it.
Dude, this morning I woke up 280 on the dot. And so I was stoked. Like,
weren't you just 274 like
4 or
Dude.
5 days ago?
About 3 weeks ago, I was still in like 265.
What the fuck is it? Did you just like up food? Up like
So
what? You got to
I
talk.
think two of the things that happened, food really didn't go up much. I've been so consistent with my CPAP the last like 2 weeks. And I'll tell you what, when I wake up in the morning now, for the first time, and I couldn't tell you how long, like I feel refreshed. I don't wake up groggy. I don't wake up like still tired. It's weird. It's like I fucking wake up like an hour before I usually would. And I'm like ready to jump out of bed and go. And I don't feel like I want to nap during the day. So I think the CPAP has something to do with it. But I also started a new batch of GH from a different provider, some generics, and that might have something to do with it too. So I don't know. I really don't know, but this shit's just been fucking climbing.
Yeah, I would say 10 to 15 pounds in 2 weeks.
Yeah. At first I was nervous, like what's like my blood pressure's been good though. My blood glucose is good. Like it's not a lot of water weight. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think my body was just like right there and ready to take off, and then like these little tweaks just gave it like the go ahead.
Yeah, and you know when that's like you're in a good position. You're in a seriously good position if that's happening. Everything's clicking too, like sleep's clicking. You know, you feel like, not saying that the batch before wasn't good, but like you get a new batch from a new supplier, and it's like, okay, maybe that batch before wasn't good.
For sure. Like I get my bloods done in like 4 weeks, and I'm interested to see what my IGF-1 levels are at.
I get mine tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Physical lipids and bloods tomorrow.
Here we go.
So probably by like end of the week, we're gonna get the green light.
Oh man, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So you better post progress pics. You better post some off-season progress pics.
For fucking dude, I can't wait because like I'm at the point now, you know what I mean? Like where, you know, and I get it because like Blue like looked at, you know, like photos and he's like, all right, let's scale food back so we can get everything good for bloods. And then once we pull bloods, we can go full blast. But like when I was talking to him, you know, 2 weeks ago on the phone, he's like, dude, he's like, people aren't even going to realize the human you're going to be by April.
Bro, I'm excited.
I am too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Not that I felt like I was held back at a point, but like, you know,
I feel you.
Being in the position that I was in, you know, sometimes I didn't get like, I felt like I got the support, but like I wasn't getting that like full support to be the open guy I wanted to be. You know what I mean? And it's not saying like it's at the end of the day, like I'm my own person. I can make my own decision, but I also respect the decision of like who I was with. You know what I mean? But
100%.
like, you know, not knocking on anything or anything like that, but I feel like it's a good time and I'm in a good position with a new coach now to, you know, take off and kind of see where the fuck I can go with this. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's like just a change of scene, and it's not like coach jumping, right? But a change of scene just revigorates like everything. Like all of a sudden,
like in the position that I was in back in November, I was just, my intentions were like never to walk and do my own thing. My intention, like my intentions were to like walk and like process through, you know, all the turmoil that was going on in my life at that point in time. And I just felt like I needed to get my shit straight, you know what I mean, in order to progress the way I wanted to, like in this realm. And in like general in life, you know what I mean? Like a lot of shit went down. So I just feel like I needed to get to that point where I could solely focus on the task at hand and where I have somebody to tell me X, Y, and Z. Like I love Chris. I love Tuttle. I appreciate everything that guy's ever done for me. And like I said, I wasn't even like looking to go in this direction, but I just felt like this was a good fit. And you know, we're going to see where it goes. We're going to see where it lands me.
This could be sick.
What's up, Sean?
What up, gents? How we doing?
Good.
Good, man.
Just talking about current off-season stuff and where we're at. Oh man,
Mike's
my face.
blowing the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'll say, Brandon, we haven't seen you hitting 300 yet. We haven't seen any pictures from you announcing 285, 290.
No, it'll happen within the next couple of months.
Oh yeah, it will.
It will.
Yeah, it will.
Because right now we pulled back food and we're scaling up. Like, because I'm working with a new guy now, so I just started working with Luke and Trey's coach, Blue Taylor.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna see where it goes. I signed on with him for like 3 months, so
Okay.
see what happens in the 3 months, and if we click, we vibe, and everything goes good, and I make the right progress that I think I can make, then we're good. I was just telling Mike I'm doing bloods tomorrow morning, so we get that back. We'll be in a green light and see how fast we can shoot up.
Literally and figuratively.
I didn't even mean it like that. Yeah, but I guess so. Yep, you're pretty much right on that. So,
Dude, I just earlier I found myself in a little back and forth with Lee Priest. So there's this, the page. I hadn't followed them before. It's hold up. Beyond the Stage TV.
yeah.
Yeah, they posted. Lee Priest shares his thoughts on the new IFBB rule, like the 3 years. If you don't pay your IFBB fees, you lose the title of IFBB, and then you have to go back
into the OCB.
So that's kind of how I feel. And so I just said something on the comment section, and then Lee likes to troll and comment back, and we just had a little fun back and forth. But
yeah, but the thing is like, even if you talk to him, like Lee's like, oh man, I'm just joking around. Like, some people take it too serious, but I think like if you and Lee were going back and forth, I'm pretty sure like Lee was just trying to bust your chops. Like Absolutely. You were trying to bust his chops, like
for sure, 100%. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a weird one. So I get it. Like, you want to keep the people in the league that are serious about this and kind of weed out people that just get the pro card or don't want to do anything. But also, I don't know. There's something to me that feels like, damn, like every 3 years, everybody just has to pay it. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say cash grab. I'm just gonna say it feels like every turn, every now and then, it's money's coming from somewhere, or you're dishing out money.
Are they saying this for retired people? They got to pay in order to have that label, or what?
To at least keep the label. I mean, you can be call yourself a retired IFBB pro, but I don't know. There's always been
it, Mike. What are your fees? How much is it?
I think it's $275.
Per year?
Per year, yeah.
Okay. So we confirm though that it's just for the card and not to physically step on stage once every 3 years?
Yeah, it's just to keep the status.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait a minute. So if you're retired and you don't even step on a stage, you only got to do it once every 3 years?
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, come on. I mean,
it's not bad.
I mean, you shouldn't have to pay anything, and you should be able to keep that label. But
that's how I feel.
I understand.
Like, I feel you should be able to keep the label, and if you want to be an active pro, then you obviously have to pay the fee.
Yeah, you obviously and like, let's be honest. Like, if you're an active pro, you're only probably going to take 1 calendar year off and then compete. Yeah. So even if you're competing, say in like March, and then you do the March or April show, and then you do a whole entire year off season, you're still competing in both calendar years. So I don't know. That part's irrelevant to me. I mean, like, as far as the retired goes, like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're not competing, you should be able to keep the label. But like, you know how people are; they just want to put that shit in their profile.
Yeah.
I would think used as a business write-off, though. I mean, if you're as a professional, I would think you're doing an incorporation of yourself, and you write it. I mean, granted, you don't get the money back, but it's a business write-off.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh.
So, Mike, did you ever figure out what was wrong with the computer? Did you get a new one, or did you just kind of?
Not yet. I'm using Shay's computer tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't have any of my like stuff up top that I usually like jump around to, like Instagram and all that. So I don't know. And she has it on dark mode. I hate that. What's that?
You guys bought your plane tickets yet, or what, man? Am I going to be the only one staying at the Arnold?
Oh no, we're staying.
I'm going to look at plane tickets on Tuesday because they're just the cheapest on Tuesday. So,
is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so look up plane tickets on Tuesday. I'm on vacation this week, so I got nothing but time. So I'm just going to look them up on Tuesday, and I'm just going to book on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the closer we get, the more it's going to cost.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
We have the money, like the money's set aside strictly for like Arnold tickets and plane tickets. We just haven't booked them for whatever reason.
You're waiting for Shay to do it, and she's waiting for you to do it.
That's Shay stuff. That's Shay business.
Dude, can we talk about your girl for a minute here? Dropping her podcast and get like 700 views, dude. She's smoking.
Yeah, I know.
Is she really?
Dude,
so yeah. Oh yeah. They she got a group of girls together and they do the damn it. I should know it off the top of the head by now.
What is that? Beyond the Barbell or something?
Beyond the Barbell. There we go.
Yeah.
Beyond the Barbell, the female edition.
I like it.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I saw a couple of clips of it. I'm like, that's good. Yeah. I like it. I like the 4. Are they gonna stick with those 4? Or they just
I think that's the core 4, yeah.
That's good.
And they got featured, or they will be featured on the Women's Bodybuilding Network page, like weekly.
Wow.
AJ Kelly Roberts page. He said, just anytime an episode comes out, let them know and they'll pump it.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, guys, we gotta step it the fuck up.
What the fuck, man? We're fucking 16 deep. They get 1 and they're fucking get more clicks than we are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, that just shows how many guy bodybuilder things there are. There's probably 20 to every 1 female. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 podcasts in general for women's bodybuilding. So yeah, I'm not surprised that that's going to take off as quick as it's going to.
Well, I've been telling Shay for almost a year now, like, why don't you jump on top of this with some girls? Because there isn't a consistent one out there, at least that I know of. Maybe there is. Yeah. And get girls from every division and just like make a female podcast. I was like, it will fucking blow up, like 100%. Like, you don't have competition with everybody. Like Sean said, men's bodybuilding podcasts at this day are a dime a dozen. Like, I don't know. So
yeah, you got Dennis James, you got Fuad, you got Think Big Bodybuilding.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Cast. Canadian Beef, Fit Nation. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Serious and Silliness.
Yeah, yep. They're all over the place. So shout out to the sister show on the Talkin Mess channel.
Hopefully they'll help us bump our numbers up too.
I said, why don't you just post it on our channel so then we can have more programming? Wink, wink.
Yeah, Talkin Mess. Like, I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
I'll help you edit
it. Network.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, they're gonna be doing good. She recorded another episode yesterday, so I think they have an episode coming out on Monday.
Nice.
Good for her.
Yep.
So guys, today I watched. Anybody watch the DJ Dennis James podcast with Carlos today? I'm sure today, but it just dropped. So this I overlooked, and I don't know if anybody's paying attention to this. A lineup that nobody's talking about that I want to see is Carlos against Derek. They're both the same height, and I think Carlos might be more proportionate than Derek. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to beat Derek, but we'll see.
What show they're going to do together? Is he
Arnold?
Well, I know that, but I mean, like, what about Detroit, Pittsburgh? Derek's doing Pittsburgh. I don't think Carlos is.
No, Carlos is doing Detroit right now. Arnold in Detroit.
Yep.
Detroit's getting pretty locked up right now.
Yeah. Detroit looks like a fun show. I think, well, I mean, I'm not going to bet against a Mr. Olympia, but
yeah,
I don't know. Carlos's front and side shots, I don't know if they're better ones in the IFBB. I mean, I don't think. Love Derek, but I don't think Derek's front double by beats Carlos's front double by.
Well, we all know what Derek looks like from the back, so that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. Therein lies the problem.
It's gonna be closer than people think it's gonna be. People who don't know shit about bodybuilding are gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, Derek's gonna smoke it." Well, you don't know fucking shit then, because Carlos's ratios from the front and the side are fucking phenomenal.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the only factor, and both of you know this. We know what Derek can bring as far as conditioning. Carlos is getting to that point. So as long as Patrick brings him in, and as long as Carlos's legs come in, that's going to be the determining factor. 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, and he said he's got his stomach issues under wraps, which is good. And he said this has been one of the easiest preps that he's done. So we'll see what happens, man.
Man, I can't wait to sit there and watch that in person.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to vlog the house as well because I feel like whatever shenanigans we got going on Friday night, Saturday night, it's gonna be wild.
Just set up cameras all around.
Yeah, set them up. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Detroit. Who do we have doing Detroit? It's Carlos,
Wyatt.
Yep.
Wyatt jumped in.
I think Vito committed again.
I think
Vito commit. Yeah.
You saw the shot I sent to you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Good night, dude.
I mean,
holy shit. Have you seen it, Sean?
I've seen pictures of Big Vito, but I might not have seen the most recent.
Let me see if I can.
He put one up, I think, like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
His quads look like they did on show day, and he was like, he's 10 weeks out.
Oh shit.
It was nuts.
Yeah. He's another one. I think once he finds his potential, it's going to be a force to reckon with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think
sorry,
taking the time off because he didn't do a show after Detroit, I think, last year. So I think he just took because he ended up having a kid, I think. Is that right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he ended up having a baby.
Was it also Vito the year before that threw out his ankle or something jumping off stage? Or was that Crizzo? The year before,
he busted his knee, but he also had a hernia too. So
yeah.
And I think he was like right where his like belly button was. It was like somewhere around that range.
Yeah.
So like when he was doing like a, most muscular or abs and thigh, you could tell.
What about the news of Rami doing the Olympia this year? You guys thoughts on that?
Is he doing it? He said that he was out.
No, he announced it today. So either somebody in his camp announced it yesterday or today.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Wow.
He doesn't stand a chance even if he does come back.
Oh my gosh.
I hate to say it. There's too many good guys. You really think he can dethrone it? Like looking at Samson yesterday, I'm like, dude, who the fuck's this guy? He's just getting better and better and better and better.
Oh, it's crazy.
His conditioning is like on point too, and that's the best part. It's like that was his weakness and his bugaboo before, but now you see him doing this shit, and you're just like, dude, you're getting better as time goes. Like, I don't even know if anyone's going to be able to touch you at this point.
Have you guys seen the side-by-sides that everybody's posted of him and Ronnie? They're saying he's the next Ronnie. I'm like, slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know about that yet.
He's like a one under his belt. Let's slow down.
Okay, I will tell you this. If he wins the Olympia, if he wins the Arnold and then wins the Olympia again, you might be able to start talking about that.
Yeah.
At that point, because now you're talking he's won 2 Arnolds and 2 Olympias.
Yeah.
What
it's not 8, but I would say at this moment in time, it's impressive what he's doing, and I only say that because Ronnie did it with 8 and he did it against Jay, and like them 2 went back and forth. Right now, there's so many goddamn good guys out there that, I mean, like, you have 3 Mr. Olympias at the top of the helm right now, like battling for that number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Derek Hottie, and Samson. You know what I mean? And then you got guys like Nick, and then you got guys like Good Vito, Andrew Jack, Carlos. Like, it's almost impossible to get ahead of the game now because everyone's almost on that level playing field, and it's just going to be a matter of who fucks up on that day.
Yeah.
Who comes in the best and who fucks up.
You were saying Detroit a minute ago, and I don't know if Tonio mentioned Detroit or Legions, but I think Tonio might be doing Detroit also.
Really?
Either Legions or Detroit. I don't remember which one, but I know he announced something.
Oh, no,
all right,
I didn't see anything on Tonio.
I'm just gonna go Good Vito's page because I suck at this and I don't know how to find shit. Did he actually post it, or did somebody post it of him? Oh, there it is. There it is.
Jacoby, maybe? Did Jacoby post it?
I got it. Let's do this. Screen share. And Instagram. Bam. That's pretty crazy. Did it pop up?
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
I mean,
look at his quads.
Just going off that shot, like this could be that's top 5 Olympian good. Just like we're not saying stage ready or anything like that. Just from what I see right now, that's fucking impressive.
Yeah, his midsection's tight, and you got all that definition. It's crazy,
bro. That's 10 weeks out.
I know.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts.
That's what some people look like on show day.
Yeah, for real though.
For real.
They really do. You know who else's update I thought was pretty impressive was the Brandon Curry update.
I sent that to you, remember?
Yeah, I thought
I put it in the group chat, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah,
he done. He is not fucking done.
Not at all.
He might be the new version of Dexter Jackson. Remember, Dexter Jackson, like 12, 13, started sliding and then reinvented himself a little bit, and he could be the new Dexter Jackson again.
Who is he working with again now?
Is it Hill?
He's working with I can't think of his name. Project Super Heavyweight.
Click on Brandon's profile. It'll bring you because he posted it and tagged his coach.
Yeah, there, right there. Justin Harris.
Justin Harris. That's all right. Yeah, when he when he pulls down those pants, look at that. Look at that.
Insane. You know,
here comes like the legs on him right now.
I mean, we all saw the like crazy, like, what was that? The magic mirror in Kuwait. And those were always super impressive. And his doorway shots were always impressive. But I don't know if I've ever seen Brandon's legs this separated and this striated this far
10
out.
weeks out. Yeah, or what? 6 weeks out?
Side is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. When he gets, here we go. Watch. Look at that.
Oh, man. Let me go to the next one. There we
Bro,
go.
he's dangerous. He's dangerous.
As I've said in the past, only in bodybuilding can you watch men strip, and there's nothing wrong with it.
He's straight as shit, and I'm like, hey, wait till he takes his pants down.
I'll clip it. I'll clip that. It's super impressive. The gray looks good on him too.
Yeah, right. He looks like a black Santa Claus.
Yeah, I like it. I dig it. It looks good.
We might need to adjust picks as we get closer here, Mike. Do one last show, or even in living color. We'll roll together under one roof. We do the picks.
Yeah, for sure. Let me stop sharing that.
What about Regan though? You guys, what are you guys thinking about Regan though? Just in general.
He's 302. I mean, like, I like that he's working with Boss of Outlaw.
Everybody is.
Everybody's working on Boss, including Sergio. But you can't even say all these, but they're all looking good, which is the fucking crazy part. They look large and in charge, but.
Yeah, Sergio looks crazy right now. Dude, I just keep coming back to the point of like, I know this is what he does and he loves this, but damn, man, how do you juggle this many top pros?
He said that this is his lightest like workload.
It's crazy. Good on him. Good on him. I know I couldn't do it. So every night I've been cutting back my smoking. All right, guys. I don't smoke as much. I haven't even been taking edibles. Because I want to like improve my REM sleep. I want to get one of those Whoops. Do either of you have a Whoop or a Apple Watch or something like that that monitors like sleep?
I looked at the Whoop, but it's like the membership was ridiculous. It was like $39 a month or something.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, and the problem is literally only want it for sleep. I don't care about any of the other health markers. I want something to like monitor my REM sleep because it's improving, but I'd like to get it like more optimal. Dog leg this story, but every night we still smoke, and usually I think of like questions for this show when I'm high, and then I text them to myself. So I have one here.
Smoke every day.
Yeah, dude. There's a watch that I have. It's called an Alpha watch. They're not even that expensive. They're maybe like $150, but you can wear them at night, and then it has an app, and it'll show like how deep your sleep is, how many times you wake up, everything like that.
Really?
You charge this? No joke. I have one for work, and I have one for like home.
No shoot.
That I wear for sleep.
You'll have to send me a link for that because I want to check that out.
Yeah. So the app goes on your phone, and then it'll monitor everything like heart rate, calories, burn, like sleep. It does a sleep monitor on it. So like it has everything. Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, do that.
They're on iTunes.
Are you taking a sleep aid at night? Are you taking a sleep aid at night, Mike? The Prevail or anything, or no?
I do. Oh, so the only thing that I'll say is like I don't really like melatonin and how it makes me feel.
Okay.
And Jason's does have melatonin in it, so I don't use it all the time. But I was using it as I was like transitioning from like lowering my THC dose, and it definitely helped there for sure. But I try not to take them every night. I don't want to feel the need to take a sleep aid every night. Whether that's THC, whether that's just supplemental sleep aid.
Do you take your GH at night?
I was taking it at night, and I've started taking it in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know at least like when I take like 3 or 4 I use before I go to bed.
Sleep better.
Oh yeah, like a rock.
I will say when I take it in the morning, I get super sleepy midday. So maybe I should take it at night more.
Are you just not feeling refreshed in the morning, Mike, or what?
No, I actually have been feeling much more refreshed. I've been using my CPAP very consistently, and it's really made a difference. I think I do think it's part of like the weight gain that I've had over the last 2 weeks, and like the shooting up in weight for sure, and body composition change and all that. I attribute a lot of it to the CPAP. I don't know the science behind that. I just feel that way.
So what are you looking to get out of monitoring your actual cycles better?
Well, I was reading something that said like 30 is like, it was very specific. It's like 37% of your sleep at night should be deep sleep or REM sleep. And I just like to, have some type of monitor that shows like what percentage of my sleep I'm getting that's REM sleep, and see if I can push it as close to that 37% as possible.
Okay, I gotcha. All right.
I don't know. I'm really trying to just like iron out like these little details now, right? Like the eating's great, the training's great, the supplementation's fantastic. Like, let me start really dialing in these other small variables and just make everything as efficient as possible. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't wait to hit that point.
So me and Shay just watched, I'm all over the place tonight. We just watched a really good show. So it was called American Primeval, and it's set in like the 1850s and is basically about Mormons moving to Utah and having problems with the natives. It was like a three triangle. So the actual U.S. government at the time, the military, militias they were making out west, Mormons and their militia army, and then the Native Americans having a problem with both sides. And it's like I think it was an 8-episode series, and we binge watched it. So if you like Western style stuff, it was excellent. Excellent show. Highly suggested.
All right. Netflix or
what's that?
Netflix or what channel?
Netflix, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys watch anything good lately? Huh?
Either you've seen Landmark.
No.
Landman. Sorry, not Landmark.
Landman. Yeah. Landman's on my list to watch.
Dude.
I've heard it's so good.
Billy Bob Thornton kills it.
So is it a comedy or is it more of like a hardcore show? or a little both?
I wouldn't say it's hardcore. It's more like on a level of like a Yellowstone kind of like thing. You know what I mean? But it's in the oil. It's all based on oil in Texas.
Okay.
Interesting.
Dope.
Yeah, he makes it interesting.
I actually haven't seen the other one you just talked about.
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. I haven't seen Yellowstone or the other one.
Yeah, you
I
definitely
feel
gotta
like I'm
see
missing out.
Yellowstone.
All right, so I did this with Game of Thrones and I did this with Breaking Bad. And I shied away from these shows because everybody loved them. And I feel like if everybody loves it, it's not for me. And I know
Dude,
that's
you're like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like me because I didn't even get into it. Like it was like 3 seasons in, and everyone's like, "You go and watch it." I'm like, "Fuck that! I'm not watching it." Fuck
Exactly.
that.
Yes.
Then all of a
Yes.
sudden, I watched like 2 episodes, and I'm like, "Yo, this is fucking legit." And then I went on like a fucking like 2-week binge where I literally got all 5 seasons in. I was like, I don't even know how I just did this.
Damn. So maybe I should give some of these shows a try. But I just feel like Game of Thrones is like right up my alley. Like that's dragons and like wizardry and like swords and all that shit. But then part of me is like, dude, these like 40-year-old housewives love this show. Like you love dragons and swords and all that? No, you love something else going on in the show. You love the romance interest and the entanglements and the entrapments. So I'm not gonna watch that. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
I'm out.
Yeah. Oh,
Cat's making its appearance.
So I'm the opposite. If you guys want something to watch with your better halves, Perfect Couple on Netflix. It's a murder mystery with Liv Schreiber and Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Over in Martha's Vineyard. It's like 6 episodes, but it's actually a really good cast. It's a good swerve. Like every time you think you find out who the killer is, it's not.
What's it called again?
Perfect Couple.
Perfect Couple. Okay. All right. She'll probably like that. She'll like that for sure. All right. Should we talk about stuff bodybuilding wise?
We can do it.
Yeah, Mike, let's talk about you against Blessing at Tampa.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, is Blessing gonna do Tampa? Is that for sure?
I was only throwing that out in the chat. I have no idea, but I was just trying to stir it up.
I'm just stirring the pot already.
Well, if he is doing Tampa, that's really awesome. Not gonna say I'll beat him, but I'm gonna bring something pretty cool to the stage, I think, this year.
Yeah, so, you're gonna. I think it's gonna be an influx of like 25 fucking pounds.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm usually like a 40-pound drop guy. So I'm just doing bodybuilder math in my head. And I'm like, all right, well, if I get like and hold it like 280, 285 for a while, minus 40 pounds, I'll be like that 240-ish on stage. That won't be that bad.
What made you change your mind, brother? When you and I did my podcast, you're like, yeah, I'm taking 25 off. What made you change your mind?
No, there's no way I said that.
Yeah, you did.
Did I really?
You said, I'm going to take a year off and grow.
You did say that.
Well, so here was
my thought. Was Chicago.
Yeah, I really want to do Chicago, but it's too early. So my thought process is this: like, I'm 35. I told myself I was going to give myself to 40 to compete. And I don't want to like lose a year of just growing and getting stagnant just to get on stage at like close to 37, then take another year and a half. Like, I just wanted to compete as much as possible. And I think I'm going to go the route, do a couple shows, rebound, quick off season, get into prep, do a couple shows. And I'm just going to grow from that as much as I can till, 40. But I want to take this time as a pro, this limited time, and just compete as much as I can. I want to enjoy it, make the best of it. Yeah.
What did you win your card at? 2 teens? Or what did you win your card at?
I was pretty much exactly 220.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh man. Coming to the stage.
Yo.
Talk about 300 pounders.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, he's gonna be 3 bills in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on.
This shit's getting out of control. I'm like, I DM him. I'm like fantasizing over here because I'm like, I can't wait to be as big as you, motherfucker.
Bro, it's like every time I step on the scale, it's just a bigger number. I don't know. My diet's been the same since September. It just keeps driving up.
Dude, how many rolls of quarters are in your pocket? Come on, how many rolls of quarters are in your pocket?
Nah, never that, bro. Never that.
Do you use a CPAP?
Yeah, but dude, like I've had it since March of 23. Every single night I go to sleep, I put that thing on. I wake up in the morning, it's on the floor. I rip it off. I rip it off in my sleep every night. Like I've gotten to a point where I can fall asleep with it. It took me a while to get to even just to that. But like now I can't keep that motherfucker on, bro. And it's just so fucking uncomfortable. I roll around and like the fucking cord gets tangled up and shit, and I just end up doing that in the middle of the night. And then I wake up and my throat's on like 1,000, like because I snore. I definitely have like a deviated septum too. And being this heavy, I snore like a motherfucker, bro. So I need it. I need it, but I can't keep it on.
I can't keep mine on either, but like you said, it's probably taken me like a month and a half to learn to fall asleep with it consistently. So I fall asleep with it, sleep for about 3.5 hours. I wake up to piss, and that's it. Like it's game over after that. I can't fall asleep at like
that's
3
the same
in the morning with it on my face.
Bro, the first time I put it on, it feels like you're suffocating.
Yep.
Like I started panicking. Like I thought it was gonna like, because everyone like talks about how it's like life changing and all of a sudden you can breathe and it's like you get the best sleep of your life. I'm expecting this thing to change my fucking life, and I put it on and I'm having like a panic attack, bro. I'm like, I can't fucking breathe. So like
that's what I feel like is gonna happen to me if I get one. I'm gonna go.
It takes a while to get used to. And then like you got a fucking thing on your face and it makes noise and like it's not comfortable.
No.
I don't know how some people like seem to do it effortlessly. It took a long time for me to just be able to fall asleep with it. But now if I wake up in the morning and that thing's still on my face, I'm like very happy. But that does not happen. That does not happen.
How did you guys get yours? Did you guys get them on Craigslist, or how'd you guys get yours?
I did a sleep study through insurance a few years ago.
Okay.
And that's how I got mine. And then I just paid it off so I could just keep it when I changed insurances, and I just paid it off. But that was initially how I did it. But it was a pain in the ass to get the sleep study and stuff. Like it took a while. I was on a wait list for a while. It was not easy.
I didn't do the sleep study, but I knew I had sleep apnea.
Yeah.
And I was like on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, and I found like a lady down in New Hampshire, and she was older, and her husband had passed, and he had bought a brand new CPAP and really hadn't even got to use it. Wow. And she was selling it super, super cheap. So we went down there and snagged it, and I bought some.
I didn't even know, like I was gonna do that, but I didn't even know. Like I don't know what to trust on Facebook Marketplace, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want no like dirty fucking moldy CPAP. You know what I mean? Like I was like,
I only did it because it hadn't been open. It was still in the box.
Yeah.
So, but I used one I was very skeptical of.
Yeah.
Had to look immaculate.
I know people that have gotten used ones and it works out, but like I've always just been too skeptical to do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was telling Brendan and Sean that I feel like me using my CPAP so consistently the last 3 weeks has really, I don't know if that's the only reason, because my diet hasn't changed. My GH changed, like the type of GH I was using, but like, I don't know. I was stuck.
What do you use?
I use Metatropes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you using before?
Gintropin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a couple guys had told me the Metatropes were fire, and I'll give it a try. And I don't know, between that and the CPAP, like that shit's just been every morning I woke up heavier.
Yeah. Sleep is a game changer, bro. It's so hard to sleep when you're this fucking heavy. It's just like, because even I sleep all day. Like right before I came to the gym, I was eating my pre-workout meal, falling asleep with a bowl in my lap. Like I sleep all day, but I'm always tired because it's dog shit sleep. I'm choking on myself. It's, you know what I mean? I'm not getting restful sleep at all. So it's just like, and then the food makes you tired too. Like I wake up every morning and like I got energy and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fucking get after it. I'm gonna do shit. And then I eat my first meal, which is like almost 200 grams of carbs. I cannot stay awake after that.
Yeah.
Like no shot. Doesn't matter what I drink, what I want to do. I'm gonna crash at some point.
Yeah.
No shame in taking a nap, though. No shame in taking naps.
No, I know, but it's just not when they're unintentional. You're not supposed to be taking a nap. It's not fun, bro.
I can see fucking Luke in the gym right now. He's like training somebody, and he's like
falling asleep. Yeah, bro, it's fucking brutal.
It's like you're doing a great job.
Have you ever had those times where you just sit in your car too long before the gym, and like you have something playing, and like it's just
all the time. Your head just gets real heavy, bro. You get real heavy. You start bobbing and weaving. It's bad.
I've definitely had some sessions where I like drink my pre-workout, I sit in the parking lot, and I'm like, yo, if I just go home right now, nobody's gonna fucking know the difference.
I know.
I can just go home and go sleep right now. I don't have to do this.
Yeah. Bro, for me, it's like after I eat my pre-workout meal, I'll go to like get changed for the gym. And I'll just like stare at my bed and I'll be like, yo, that look real nice right now, bro. And like way too many times I lie down. I'm like, all right, 5 minutes. And like 30 minutes later, I wake up. I'm like, fuck. Horrible, bro. Got me again.
I take naps pretty much every day, like when I get home from work before like we go train. And I tell myself because I wake, it's not a quick nap. It's like a 3-hour fucking nap. It's really going to sleep.
Yeah.
And I wake up and I just feel like shit. And it's like, now I have to, I feel like shit. And now I have to go train. I'm like, it's not even worth taking the nap.
No, it's not good sleep, bro. It's just like, you just feel like you have to like lie down and rest your eyes, but you're fucking, the whole time you're probably choking on yourself. You're not actually resting at all. And then you wake up and you're like, now you're groggy as shit. And you're supposed to go train or do some shit. It's fucking horrible.
And 9 times out of 10, when you're waking up, it's because you're fucking snoring too loud.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Literally. Like gasping for air.
I was telling Shay she might need fucking CPAP. Snoring.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna kill me for this, but she's been snoring loud.
Oh, you gonna flip that shit. Flip it.
Dude, yeah.
Hey, that's what you get for fucking 700 views. You
yeah, that's right. I said we both look really sexy laying next to each other up in bed, both fucking Mad Max characters.
Full Darth Vaders.
Yeah.
You can just see it now and be like, all right, good night, Eddie. Okay, good night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the worst, bro. You can't, once you put that thing on, you can't talk, you can't kiss, you can't do nothing. You're fucking done.
You're making a move, you're done.
You're done, bro.
Let me tell you what I do every night too, and I get pissed off as hell. I fucking strip down, but I leave my shirt on, and I'll be talking to her, like saying, like, all right, well, and I put my mask on, and then I have my fucking shirt on. I do it every night. Every night. And she's like, why don't you just take your shirt off? And I'm like, yeah, well, just remind me every time because shit's gonna change.
I know. It's not, bro. It's that's why I really do like I never know if I prefer off season or prep more because there's so many things.
Oh, Luke forgot to pay his light bill.
I definitely prefer prep over off season. This off season has tested it's killed my love for pretty much every food ever. Here he comes. He's coming back.
So Brandon, while everybody's sharing, what do you weigh right now, brother? I know you're kind of off season waiting for stuff to come back.
Yeah, we're just at 254 right now. And that's like after cutting, scaling back a little. So
you said you're about to start a push though, right?
Yeah. Once we get the blood work back, I'll have the blood work back probably by Wednesday. I'm doing it tomorrow morning, so
fuck yeah.
I just can't wait before he's like, all right, foot on the gas, because like I was telling them Luke earlier when I talked to him on the phone, he's like, bro, he's like, no one is even gonna recognize the human you are by April.
Nah, bro, get ready to eat, bro. Get ready to fucking eat.
I can't wait.
I'm not fucking gonna make you eat, bro. Trust me.
Right now, I'm like, because he scaled the food back, I'm like, fucking feed me, dude. I'm ready to eat my arm. Like I'm back to the old bodybuilding mode where I'm like looking at the clock, like when am I fucking eating again?
No, but that's gonna, bro. That's gonna put you in such a good spot when you do get your bloods back and you're ready to go. Like you're gonna hit the ground running because you're gonna your digestion's gonna be on point, your appetite's gonna be where it needs to be. You can push and you're gonna be able to handle it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be dealing with like the fatigue and shit that I'm running into every fucking day.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel good and you're gonna grow quick. It'll be good, bro. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you look like in a few months.
Yeah, me too.
What did you weigh your last show, Brandon?
I was like 218.
Okay.
I was only like 2 pounds behind Mike. But Mike's 220 was a lot fucking different than my 218.
I'm quite a bit shorter though. I'm quite a bit shorter than you. How tall are you? Like 6 foot?
No, I'm 5'11".
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, you were like same height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9".
Oh yeah.
Maybe 5'10". On a good
I
day.
saw Doug last week. He's a short boy, but he's a thick motherfucker.
Bro, he's thick as hell.
Yeah, but he's fucking down there, bro. I was like, That's my guy, though.
Oh, so what you were saying, you don't know which you like better, off season or prep?
Yeah, because I have a huge appetite, really. Like I do, like, God damn it, bro. Like Blake was on the podcast the other week. Like, he's seen me eat. Like, I can eat like a motherfucker. But like, I've been eating, 7,500 calories a day since September. So like, I'm just fucking. It adds up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm at a point now where like, the thought of food is disgusting. I got a fucking meal sitting here right next to me. I don't want to touch it. But
you're on 6 or 7 meals?
7.
I feel like that's what I'm going to have to get pushed to.
Yeah. I've been on 7 pretty much the better part of the last like 3 years. I love it in prep. I couldn't do 6 in prep. Sometimes when I get deep in the off season, sometimes like, I'm falling asleep on the couch at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and waking up and I still have 2 meals left. I might just like slam the last 2 together and just eat a big fucking meal and go to sleep. Sometimes I have to do that just because I can't stay up until 5, 6 in the fucking morning eating food. So, but yeah, 7 meals works well for me, especially in prep. Cause I get to really eat like every hour and a half, 2 hours. But like, I love like in prep, I'm way more productive. Like I get way more shit done just in my entire life. You know what I mean? Like everything. And I'm just like on point. And off season, it's like, it feels like just the time it takes to cook the food, eat the food, clean up, the fucking falling asleep shit. Like you get nothing done, bro. You're just a big waste of space, bro. And God damn it, bro. And I just feel like there's times, I mean, you know how it is in bodybuilding. You're never happy. You always want the opposite of where you're at. But I used to be an off-season guy first, but I'm leaning more into prep now. I feel like I enjoy that a little bit more. Just how locked in I get, Do
you know what?
You doing?
What do you got for Clint? Like, what do you got? Go ahead, Sean.
Luke, you doing any shakes, brother? Or you doing straight 7 freaking meals?
So I have 2 of my meals are whey as the protein source, but it's whey and cream of rice. So it's like, I mean, sometimes I'll try and slam it into a shake, or like I might do like rice cakes and then a protein shake instead of the cream of rice. But I mean, if I'm doing rice cakes, it's like 150 grams of carbs of cream of rice. So it's like a fucking entire sleeve of rice cakes.
Yeah.
So it takes a fucking while to eat, and my jaw fucking hurts by the end of that. But yeah, it's pretty much whole foods, bro. Like, wow. Yeah, and it's the hardest part for me is and this has worked well for me. And Brendan, I'm sure, like, I don't know what your diet looks like now, but Blue is a high protein guy. So
that was the first thing that he changed. We scaled back carbs, and like, I was at 160 grams for protein, and he bumped it up to 190, and then my last meal is 250. Bro,
yeah, he does ounces with me. Every meal is either 9 or 10 ounces, and I'm on 7 meals a day.
Yeah.
So like my breakfast is 350 grams of egg whites and 7 ounces of chicken. Then my next meal is 75 grams of protein.
Doing steak.
Yeah, my next meal, I do steak as meal 5. Meal 5, I have 10 ounces of steak. Yeah, my next meal is 75 grams of protein from whey. So like, I mean, all my meals are like 70 to 80 grams of protein. I'm doing 7 fucking meals a day. That's the hardest part is 10 ounces of chicken breast 3 times a day is fucking disgusting, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
You know
I'm
what I
with
mean?
you. I do 7 meals a day. And honestly, it's not the carbs. Like, bro, you can give me 600 grams of rice per meal and I can knock it back. But
Yeah,
anything over 8 ounces of protein per meal is
bro.
fucking disgusting. It's disgusting.
The worst is my bread, because like, so my entire first meal, it's 350 grams of egg whites, it's 180 grams of oats, a bagel, 30 grams of peanut butter, a banana, and then 7 ounces of chicken. That's my first meal.
That's close to what he has me at.
So I do all that shit. I do the egg whites. The oats take fucking forever. 180 grams of oats with peanut butter and shit takes forever. And then I finish all that and I still got to eat 7 ounces of fucking chicken in the morning. I'm like, fuck this, bro. Like, that's the worst part by far.
Yeah, for sure.
The carbs, you can find a way to get down, but it's the protein that fucking kills you.
Yeah.
No, I agree. For sure. That brings me to like a question that somebody asked, because they asked, how many cheat meals do you guys get a week? So right now I'm getting like 2, sometimes 3, depending on like what's going on. But honestly, a lot of the times I don't even want my fucking cheat meal. Like, I know that sounds crazy to people who have never eaten a massive amount of food, but you will get to a point, and this is what I was saying, this offseason has ruined food for me. I don't care if it's McDonald's, I don't care if it's fine dining, I just don't want food. Like, I'm over it. I'm good. So yeah, I don't know.
That's the shitty part. Like, you get to that point and you're like, I don't even fucking, like, you want it when you're in prep, but then like you're in the off season, you're like, dude, I'm eating so much food, I don't even fucking want this. This is like,
no. And I feel bad because, you know, like, Shay's recently out of prep and she's like, let's go get this. And I'll be like, all right, I'll go with you, but I'm not going to get anything. Like, I'll roll with you, but I'm not going to eat it. I'm good.
Yeah, you're like, I'll get a steak and potato.
Yeah, like, exactly. But yeah. Any of you guys, how many cheat meals do you guys do a week?
One right now. I don't know how many Luke's got. Luke's probably got at least one.
Yeah, I for a long time I was doing, I only cheat when it's in my plan. So I don't really eat, like, unless Blue tells me, that's the only time I'm eating off plan. For a while I had 2 in. One was like a cleaner cheat, so like sushi or even like Chipotle or like whey and cereal, shit like that. And then the other one was kind of whatever I want. Now I'm just doing one a week. On the weekends I'll just get some whatever the fuck I'm craving, really. Because I'm a fat kid at heart, bro. So I'm not eating no steak and potato for a cheat meal. I'm eating fucking dog shit. So, so it's, if I do that more than once a week, I'll literally be obese. So, I keep it to once a week, and it works for me.
Sean, what about you? Trying to put on some size? You doing cheat meals at all?
Yeah, I mean, I do probably like try to do 4 clean meals, and I'm still doing like a cheat meal a day, if not every other day. I'm not worrying about it yet. I'm still trying to build a little bit before I start doing the reverse to start prepping.
For sure. No, get them.
So like when I see all you guys, I got to put on like 30 pounds because I'm going to be like the cameraman for this thing. Nobody wants to see me on camera next to you guys.
Oh man,
Mike, are you still doing the self-coach thing, or what are you doing? Shay coaching you?
Me?
Yeah.
Shay
have you, bro? Who did you prep yourself last year?
No. Last year, Shay prepped me last year.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you've been doing things for the last few years?
I'll tell you guys off air.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike, your eyes are getting a little heavy there, brother.
What's that?
Your eyes are getting a little heavy.
Glaze it over.
Yeah. Shit, what was I gonna say? Y'all caught me off guard and got me all like on edge.
Fluster, bro.
He's like, yo, I'll tell you off air.
Oh, shit.
Mike's never said that once. 16 episodes. We finally we got it out of him.
He doesn't want to tell you Tostito. He's working with Tostito.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. Not I
Probably
wish.
he's not even far from you.
So it's funny. He's like posed me a couple times. And that dude, like, he's a nice
funny.
guy. He just doesn't like. There's
Talking
no
about-
like.
talking about
There's no
Aceto?
emotion for anything.
He's so nonchalant. I was
Yeah.
watching the podcast, and it was the mutant in the mouth. It was Nick, Derek, Guy, and Chris Aceto. And like Chris is literally like, he's got his glasses. He's like spitting into his glasses, like cleaning them, puts them back on. I'm like, this guy just no fucking cares in the world. Doesn't. He's so laid back.
Dude,
Yeah.
he like had me like he changed a couple poses for me, and like he saw me a couple times, and it was just like I'd be like, what do you think I should? And he just kind of like he'd be like, no, like pull your shoulders back, and then he'd be like, he'd just look, and I'd be like, is that good? And he'd just be like, I guess. And I was just in my head, I'm like,
Yo,
I
do you
must
think
not-
do you
I
think
must
like
not be
that
that gifted.
you think that style, like that approach would work well for you guys, like if he was your coach?
Well, that's what they were talking about. Like, because Nick was talking about his coaches, and Derek was talking about his coaches, and Derek's like,
Yeah.
I work well. He goes, believe it or not, like it's different than Hani. He goes, but the beautiful part is that Aceto's not up my ass. Like I can do my own thing. I send him my pictures. It's laid back. He goes, I'm not getting anxiety about anything anymore.
Yeah.
It's helped me out a lot. He goes, believe it or not. And he goes, not that Hani was doing anything wrong, but he goes, I have less anxiety about checking in with Chris than I did with Hani. I mean, Hani.
Yeah, because Hani coached Blue, so like he had a huge influence on Blue. So like Blue's style is probably pretty similar to his.
Yeah,
I do way better with more because I worked with Tuttle before too, and he's a great dude, and he comes kind of more from that like Aceto style, more like a little bit laid back.
yeah.
And he's told
Blue's
stories.
different.
Yeah, he's told stories about how like him working with Aceto and Aceto's just a super laid back approach, like helped him, like especially like right before a show, just like, yeah, just keep it the same, just keep doing what you're doing, like just very like casual and nonchalant, like you said. But for me, bro, I'm way too like OCD. Like I need like so tell me exactly what the fuck to do all the time. Like I'm way too OCD. I can't do this like, we'll figure it out when we figure it out kind of thing.
No.
Like that shit would give me way too much anxiety. And like like I've heard like, especially obviously Aceto's not known for doing off seasons or anything, but like he won't even know what half his guys are even eating half the time or what they're taking. Like he'll just be like, well, send me what you are eating, and then he'll change like one thing. And I'm like, no, I
What
want
gear
you
you
to
want?
tell
Or
me.
what? He'll be like, what do you got? What do you got?
Exactly.
What do you have?
Yeah. I'm like,
Okay,
no,
we can
you
just
tell
do
me
that.
what to have. Yeah. Are you supposed to tell me what to have? I don't want to fucking,
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, that I don't think that would ever work because I kind of just want to be the puppet and you just tell me what the fuck to do if I'm a client.
I'm the same way. If I'm paying you there's a reason why I'm paying you.
Yeah. But each is their own, bro.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle. Like I do like send me an email and it's like the most basic shit. And it's just like, all right, this is it. See you next week. Like kind of the way I coach and kind of the style I prefer. But when it comes to like the end of prep, like that last 2-3 weeks, I like a coach that's not the fuck in there. But besides that, I don't give a fuck. You can just tell me.
Well, let me say this though, because like I work well with Blue because he is kind of in the middle. Like he's like his plans are like he basically just writes them out on a fucking sheet of paper, bro. Like there's no spreadsheets. It's just like meal 1 is this, meal 2 is this, and then it's like checking with me in a week, and you just go do it. But he does tell you everything to do, when to do it, how to do it, right? I think there are coaches out there now, and I don't want to drop any names, but I know some guys I'm thinking about off the top of my head that like I don't know if it's their way of marketing or trying to differentiate, but they're like way too, like they got you tracking every fucking mineral and fucking fiber, potassium, sodium, even through the off season and your check-ins, you have to measure your biceps and your waist and everything for every check-in, and it's like overkill. That shit to me is just, that would make bodybuilding so not fun.
For sure.
And so like I don't want that kind of like OCD.
I'm sorry, but if you're a higher level coach and you're coaching, you know, you got multiple people and you're looking at them on a daily basis, like you shouldn't need to fucking do measurements of like chest, arms. Like you should know based upon previous pictures what's happening.
It also doesn't fucking matter. It just matters what you look like. It doesn't matter if what your waist. Some dude's waist can measure 28 inches and some dudes can measure 38. But if the dude with a 38-inch waist has better proportions, flow, whatever, and he makes it look smaller or whatever it is, like the number doesn't fucking mean anything. Same way your body weight doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You know, so it shit's irrelevant. I just feel like it's like I said, it's more of like a gimmick to be like, act like they've, you know, they're more advanced or something than, you know, the last coach. I feel you either have an eye for this shit or you don't, you know.
That's it. That's it. They like, so a good example of like something that like I don't think I could ever do is like I see some of these plans from people and like now don't get me wrong here, like I think so like Kuba Chelin, awesome coach, gets people fucking dialed. He knows training like nobody like else, like his nutrition is on point, but I see some of like the plans that he gives and it's like the food sources, it's like 40 different food sources in a day. And I'm like, bro, I can't do that. You keep it as simple as you can for me.
So
I feel like you can't figure out the problem either.
Well, that was a thing too. So like I mentioned when we talked, I think maybe it was last podcast or whatever, when we said Brandon Curry is working with Justin Harris. Justin obviously is a good coach. He's got a good track record. He's turned a bunch of guys pro. He's gotten some guys huge. But I had a buddy, I almost worked with him, and I had a buddy sign up with him, and I saw his plan, and it was very like, it was basically just a food list in macros. And like even the gear was just like, you know, in an off season, I recommend somewhere around 1,000, you know, milligrams a test, and then another 600 to 800 milligrams of another injectable, and then maybe a third if you feel like it. But we can talk about that. It was like so like weird, bro. And it was literally just like, okay, your high days are this, and here's like he had like sugary carbs and like regular carbs. The food list was huge. Like you could choose you could have candy, you could have fucking anything. And I'm like, bro, do not leave me these options. Like, it's way, I don't want to think. I would
like, yo, straight up, I'll be 320.
Yeah, dude, I'll eat candy for every fucking meal.
Oreos, what?
Choice. Yeah, you give me the choice. I'm eating candy every fucking meal, bro. So, and that's just not bodybuilding. So, like, it was so weird to me, and it put me off. And I immediately was like, no way I'm hiring that guy. And I don't know if that's his approach with everybody. I don't know if that was maybe because, you know, my buddy who hired him at the time was just a low-level amateur. Which obviously that's kind of shitty if he treats people differently, but like I don't know, so I'm not gonna make any claims. I'm just saying like those type of plans, kind of like you mentioned with Kuba and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like you're supposed to tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? And just it gets way too complicated because I feel like bodybuilding's really simple at the end of the day. Everyone's eating more or less the same shit. We're all taking the same shit. We all do the same exercises in the gym. It's just kind of finding that perfect recipe for you, and then like how well can you execute these things consistently. But like nowadays, I guess I think it's just because the coaching market is so saturated, people are trying to like I said, differentiate themselves in weird ways and complicate things, or be like, oh, you can get, be like, oh, you can get shredded and eat candy, or you can eat this in prep. You don't have to cut it out, where it's like, okay, but it's been, you know, a certain way for the last however many years, and guys have been getting shredded the whole time. Why are you this magical person who can change the way things have been done? Like, you know what I mean? But that's how they get clients, bro. So I don't know.
The thing is, too, Luke, it's like, even I remember Andrew Barry saying something about this, like even over the last 10 years, food sources have changed drastically. Like back in the day, there was no fucking like rice and grinds where there was like
Yeah.
flavored cream of rice.
Oh,
You
hell
like
no.
there wasn't seasoning that you could put on like
Dude,
fucking
when I first started
rice.
dude, cream of rice wasn't even like a
thing.
even the orange box wasn't even a thing until like 2018, 2019. I remember like the first time I started to see people eat cream of rice. I was like, the fuck is that? I tried it, didn't put anything in it. I was like, this is disgusting. What the fuck? And then obviously you learn how to cook it and whatever, and it's good. But like even that, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it was
Now I prefer it.
bro, it's bodybuilding's so simple, dude. It's just protein, it's whole foods, high protein, carbs, take tests, lift heavy, do it for like a decade.
That's
And then see where the fuck you're at. Like it's not, I don't know. I don't know if it's the lazy man just trying to figure out like the shortest, possible route, or like the guy that, oh, you don't have to eat fish in prep. You can eat fucking whatever I don't know. But success leaves clues, bro. People have been, in bodybuilding, especially even since the early 2000s, guys have been huge and shredded for the last 20 years. So, and nothing new is coming out of the woodwork that no one's tried before.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad some of those foods have fallen out of like normalcy though. I remember when I started, every carb, pretty much besides oatmeal, all my carbs came from sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You do it.
Fucking
I
hate
blows
sweet
the shit out of me.
I hate sweet potatoes. Hate
I
them. But for years, like 4 years straight, I ate sweet potatoes 4 meals out of 6 meals a day.
I also used to eat mad tuna, but that's because I was broke. But like,
Yeah.
I used to eat mad fucking tuna, like Star-Kissed. That shit was garbage.
Yeah, it comes in trends. It's all trends to some degree. Did you guys see on Fuad's podcast? I don't know if you watched the newest one, but he's doing a fantasy bodybuilding.
Oh, I heard him talk about.
Came up with a whole website for everything. It's like a fantasy bodybuilding.
Yeah,
I love fantasy sports, so I'd be down. But I don't know like how does it work?
Okay, so the way I don't know, Mike, if you know, but I know it too. But like the way they're doing it is like you get 10,000 points, and then you're allowed to pick whatever open bodybuilders that you want, and then they accrue points. And it's not just going to be for like it'll be for certain shows, but like say Samson will cost you 4,000 points,
right?
And then you can, and based upon how they finish at shows, you'll get X amount of points. And then they're going to give out like, they'll do like, free meet and greets or like fly you out to have like breakfast with the boys and shit like that.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm
definitely going to play. Also,
likewise.
Buy me for the cheap. I'll probably cost like 10 points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can Mike.
Keep me on the bench.
Mike, bro.
Keep me on the bench till Tampa and Texas. Just buy me for the cheap.
Oh yeah.
Get 10 shares of Von Rots.
That's crazy though. Are they really going to have a whole list of every open IFBB?
I don't even think they would know, bro.
Yeah.
Like so nowadays there's so many
pros. Has somebody managing it.
But then it's like, okay, but then it's like what about like, then it's like the masters guys that sometimes do open and sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they, there's a lot of pros now, bro, like you don't even know of.
For sure.
Just popping in shows. So I'm sure they're gonna miss some guys.
Yeah.
But that'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope if your name up there, Mike.
But I mean, a good way of doing it is just adding them in as you go, like kind of like maybe, I don't know, you draft them week by week. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. But that's that's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, it is. I'm kind of jealous I didn't think of it.
Yeah, I'm a big fantasy head, so yeah.
Yeah, me too. I got a couple. I'm a sports bettor too, so
yeah, same.
It's my.
I should have, dude. I said it to one of my buddies that I work with. I'm like, before the playoffs even started, I'm like, I don't know why, dude. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, the freaking Washington's gonna make it to the NFC Championship, and he goes, I don't know about that, and he's a Washington guy, and I'm like, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen. And then they won last weekend, and then like last night I text him and I'm like, they're getting the dub here. I'm like, against Detroit, I don't know why, but I got a feeling. and it just fucking. I'm like, dude, I should have put $1,000 down on this because I would have been fucking so rich this morning.
Yeah. I didn't place any bets this weekend, believe it or not. 0 bets.
I don't know who's winning the other game right now. I know it was 21-10 last time I looked.
Yeah.
Ooh, Buffalo or Baltimore?
Well, Buffalo.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm a big Lamar guy, so.
Lamar started off good. Opening drive, scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
24-19, 5 minutes left.
Oh, shit.
That's
damn.
Shit.
All right, podcast over, y'all. Let's talk to you.
Mike's like, all right, see you later, guys.
Oh, yeah. So,
When do you start prep, Mike?
I start prep at the very beginning of April. So I got
all right, you'll be able to enjoy some food with us at the Arnold.
For sure. I got 3.5 more weeks of off season and then health phase a little bit before we jump into prep, get bloods done and all that. What's that?
Luke, are you going to the Arnold?
I was gonna try. I got some life shit I'm dealing with right now. I'm moving currently, so I'm not gonna be able to make it probably.
Damn.
But
where are you moving to?
I'm just moving spots where I'm staying in the same city. I broke up with ex-girlfriend a little while ago, so I'm just moving shit out of there. And just dealing with some life shit right now. So I'm just swamped with that. And then I really want to try to get out there, but I think it's just gonna be too much, too soon. But I'm gonna try to make it to the Olympia this year because I might do the amateur Olympia.
Oh shit!
Nice.
So I definitely am gonna try to get down there, even if I don't do it. So if you guys end up doing that too, then we could all link up. Because I've never been to the O either.
I've only ever been to one pro show ever, so this will be my second.
Really?
Yeah, I only went to Boston, which was a great show, but
it was.
I went to New York. I went to New York last year, and I went to Texas 2 years ago when I was living there.
I heard the Texas show's fucking wild. I heard
it's good.
They got real fans. People really get loud for it there.
I'll be going to a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
So wait, who's the chef in the house? We go to Columbus. Who's the cook?
Fucking not me. I was thinking about fucking calling a meal prep company. Just delivered.
I mean, if we have a grill, I'll get on the grill, but I'm not really cooking nothing in the kitchen. But if it has a grill, I will definitely cook people chicken. What do you guys think about Ken at New York? Ken's looking fucking crazy, and he's coming on next.
That's my guy, bro. He's a really good dude. I'm pulling for him, bro. I mean, New York's a huge show. I mean, he's got the genetic makeup for it. It's just a matter of who shows up at that show, and is he going to be able to get in a level of conditioning and hold the size he's put on at this level? You know, it's more of just a matter of time thing for him. So it's hard to know if this is the time, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's going to be in a couple years. But I mean, he looks freaky, bro. I'm excited for him. He's a really good dude. So I always root for good people.
He's
going to be about 20 pounds heavier than his pro than when he won. He's going to be about 20 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the comparison to Kai Green?
Yeah, I saw that. The video is pretty kind of freaky similar, honestly.
I see it, but honestly, I think Ken has a better structure for bodybuilding and better arms for sure. But no, I see it.
It's tough to compare.
I just
a friggin' Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kai's
Kai's very unique.
But who else is doing New York besides Reagan and Kennedy? And I know a couple of names, but I don't know who else is dropping in New York.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen a list yet. Have any of you guys seen a list?
I haven't heard of it because I'm hearing names for Pittsburgh first.
Yeah.
So you kind of wonder who's going to show up to New York before Pittsburgh because I think New York is 5/12, and then Pittsburgh's at the end of the month of May.
I think you're right. A couple of weeks difference, yeah.
Wait,
You
was
know,
it
one of
last
those
year,
big
though?
names is going to show up.
Wasn't last year the Pittsburgh like the week before New York?
That's what I thought. I always thought it was
Because that's when they
I
did
was
the
thinking-
guest pose. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're doing it at the end now.
Oh. Because I was going to say then they probably have a lot of guys roll from Pittsburgh into New York if it was still after.
Yeah, I'm double checking right now, but I'm pretty sure.
People asked Nick why he's not doing New York, and he said he's not ready yet, which is why he's doing Pittsburgh. So you're right, Brendan. It's a couple of weeks later.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Maybe we can convince Dougie to do it as a tune-up.
To do New York?
Dude, Doug's lean, bro. He's lean.
Yeah, so New York Pro is on May 17th, and Pittsburgh is the 29th?
I'm gonna try to go to New York again. It's a good show. It's only like an hour.
Or 31st, sorry, maybe.
I'd like to go to New York too. Man, his arms are crazy.
Yeah, dude. I was when I went to New York last year. I was chilling with him for a bit, and he's not tall, bro, and he's a fucking thick motherfucker, bro. Yeah, he's a thick motherfucker. Yeah.
Well, I think he has a very good shot at New York. I mean, obviously, we don't know who's going to jump in, but dude, I don't know if he's lean. You know, that's first call outs for sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's he's got the genetics and the structure and everything. It's just a matter of him getting hard enough. Because at the pro level, it's different. It's like, you know, you can win amateur shows, even national shows, just getting in good shape and then having good shape. You know what I mean? Which he did at North Americans, but now you also got to stay big as fuck because these guys are freaks. And it's like he put on a lot of size. Like, is he going to be? Because I know Ken has to push hard to get in shape, like do a lot of cardio.
No, hey, I was wrong.
No, this year it's not. He used to because I've known Kennedy for years. He's a good friend. For the North Americans, he was on the stair stepper for like 45 minutes to an hour a day. He's not doing a lot of cardio this time around. So I don't know what Drew has him on, but he's not doing a lot of cardio.
I'm pretty sure he's already on 55 minutes a day right now. That's what he said on his stories the other day.
So Pittsburgh Pro is the 10th and the 11th of May, and New York is the 17th.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
So Pittsburgh's before. Pittsburgh's a week before New York.
Oh.
I've got a feeling a lot of those guys, because that makes sense to me, because you're hearing everyone announce Pittsburgh. They're doing Pittsburgh, and not New York. And New York's obviously a big show too. So I feel like a lot of these guys doing Pittsburgh are just going to roll into New York the next week.
Yeah.
I think whoever wins Pittsburgh shutting it down, and then anyone else is probably jumping in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Sean?
Yeah.
So Nico Martin might be a surprise into New York then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
who else is Vito? Vito's doing Pittsburgh too? Is that somebody? Who's the other dude that's doing Pittsburgh?
It's Clarita, right? Clarita? No, he's doing Arnold.
No, there's somebody international. You're right, Luke. It's either I think you're right, Vito.
I think it's Vito.
Is it Chris?
Oh, it is Vito.
Vito?
I think Vito's doing Pittsburgh too.
He's doing Detroit and Pittsburgh.
Dude, Detroit's shaping out to be a good show. They got Sauce in there.
Justin Wyatt.
Carlos, obviously. Yeah, Justin Wyatt. That's gonna turn out to be a pretty good show.
And I think Ron Gordon announced doing Detroit also.
Yeah, Ron Gordon's doing it again.
Man, I love Ron's physique.
He's a freak too, man. His shoulders and his everything's just a freak.
Yeah. He's got some really pretty shots, bro.
What about Sean sitting at 190?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he looks full blown.
You know what's fucked up? It was like last year I was thinking that he was slightly regressing, possibly. He's not.
Yeah, so
he's not. It's
this is how good he's a good. Stefan's a good coach, man. That's fucking clear as day, because I haven't seen one of his guys look like shit yet.
No, I don't think we probably will. I think he's that good of a coach.
Yeah, he is. He's having fun with it.
Yep.
What about? I know what we're gonna talk about. Like, anyone get any info on James and JP?
Oh yeah, shit. That's right.
The only thing that I heard
haven't.
was JP's a difficult person to deal with, and that was where that person.
I've heard that too. One of my buddies pointed this out to me too on the other side. I don't know any of these UK guys personally, but I love them. I came up on like JP's forum and stuff, and they've always seemed like real genuine dudes to me. So I'm not shit talking in any way, but one of my buddies pointed out like James has had a falling out with a few different people now. Like he had a falling out with Patrick, he had a falling out with Milos. I think there was another one of his buddies, maybe a training partner or someone he had somewhat of a falling out with, and now Jordan. So like sometimes, when you see patterns like that, it could be something on his end. But I don't know shit about shit, so I don't want to speculate. I'm just talking about it, but I'm very curious because obviously they've been close for a long time. And it had to be something pretty serious because the dude's name is on the fucking gym. It's not just like, he helped fund it or like he is trained by JP X Shed. You know what I mean? It's literally his fucking gym. So to walk away, and then I noticed like they don't even follow each other and shit like that. So it's like something clearly happened.
Yeah. To walk away
that's
from
pretty
something like that and not just let's say just let JP have creative control and you just an investor at that point, like just to truly step away. That's
eventually
serious.
There must have been a line that was crossed. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I feel like eventually when I open up my own spot, that's what's like. I don't want any investors. I don't want anyone going in with me because I don't want to jeopardizing any relationships. I don't want money coming in between. I want to be able to make my own decisions, be able to do it my way. Like, I feel like you're asking for trouble when you get say Mike, like me and you went in on a place up here in Northeast, and then something like we didn't agree on something and it got to the point where it cost our friendship. What the fuck are we looking at now?
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Like, it's not worth it to me. I'd rather invest all my money into it and be like, Mike, come here and fucking work out.
Yeah. Kind of on the same note, what do you guys feel about becoming friends with your coach or being a coach and becoming friends with an athlete?
Yeah.
Dude, I see this a lot. Here's a dude I know. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking of him. I'm not gonna call him out. But he's kind of a coach hopper, and it's because he's desperate for that relationship.
Yeah.
He wants every coach to be his best friend, and it's super cringy to watch, honestly. Dude, just like every friendship in life, you can't force it. Like me and Blue's relationship started very strictly coach-client. But when you're with somebody for the better part of 3.5 years, and you communicate as much as we do, and you sometimes as a client, you've got to tell your coach oh, I'm going through this personal shit, or he might tell you he's going through this personal shit. You start to develop a trust, a relationship, a bond, and that can bleed into a friendship, but that's just organic, right? You can't force this shit. And so many people I feel like they see that the Matt Jansen, Dallas McCarver, or the Nick Walker, Matt Jansen, or these friends, best friend, coach client things, and they want it so bad that they try to force it, and it's fucking awkward, really.
You can't do it.
I think if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The thing about Blue is he's my coach first, and I really value his opinion and respect his opinion, and I'm never going to really question what he's telling me because I hired him to be my coach, not my friend. Whereas if you go into work with let's say I hired one of you guys to coach me and we're friends first before coach client, and then there might be that open conversation of well, do you think that's the best idea? What about this? And it's not just that it's not that I don't respect your opinion, it's just that it's a different, I don't know, a different viewpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like once you get to that point too, then you're oh, fuck it, he's my boy. I'll just send him check-ins tomorrow instead of doing it this day. I'll do it that day. And I'm just nope.
And those lines start to get blurred.
So
you can't do that.
I felt kind of the same way. And this is no knock on him because I still think of him as the ultimate mentor I ever had in bodybuilding. But so I worked with Brandon Ray from 2016 to 2023. And I mean, he taught me everything I know about bodybuilding and posing. And we made like a great friendship. But I do feel that coach client line got kind of blurry to a friendship. And I think we both
Yeah.
kind of got to the point where things felt a little lax, right? Like,
Yeah.
maybe he wouldn't push me as hard as he should, or he felt that like, oh, it's Mike. I know Mike's going to be on his shit. So, I don't necessarily have to send him information back as quick as he might a different client. And I just think that caused some strain by the end of our coach client relationship. And
Yeah.
I think that's really easy for people to fall into, right? Like you become friends with somebody, like you said, Brendan, and it's like, I don't need to send check-ins right now. Like that's my boy. I'll send it in a couple days, and like both sides' performance starts to slip. It's not one or the other. It's just
And I feel like if I have a client that gets to that point, I just swift it right back in a check. I'm like, hey, like we don't do Sunday check-ins. That's my day off. Like we do fucking Saturday check-ins. So stick to that. Get back to that. Like do what you got to do to, keep it on that day. So we keep everything, on point. I don't want to be getting back. Like I try to like, if you're in prep, one thing, checking in with me on a Sunday, but like Sunday, I try to like decompress and like stay away from it because I give myself available like 24/7 pretty much every other day. Like I said, if you're in prep, I'll respond to you within like a minute or two. But I feel like if you're to that point where you're like mid off season and you normally check in on a Saturday and you're not checking in, and then all of a sudden you send me check-ins on Sunday, I won't get into a Monday. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, and then try to draw that line in the sand and be like, hey, check-in days are on Saturday. Let's get back to that. That's where you're at. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And then you see sometimes too, like Hunter Labrada comes to mind when I think about like guys that have really only strictly worked with like their best friends. And a lot of times, I mean, it's kind of like when you go into business with one of your best friends, like sometimes, that relationship can sour too, and then you lose one of your better friends, right? Like I remember him and Brian Troianello, if you guys remember them, they used to be like that. I don't know the details of their falling out, but I'm sure it had something tied to the fact of their coach-client relationship or something within bodybuilding that kind of pushed them apart. And now they don't even fucking talk to each other at all. I think they actually have beef. So, like, now he moved on to Ben Chow, who was another one of his friends first. And I remember that first Olympia, I'm pretty sure Ben made comments about how, like, it was kind of like Hunter was almost coaching himself and Ben was like okaying it. And then I remember he like shit the bed. I think it was like the 22 Olympia. He didn't look as good as he should have when he was doing all the Rice Krispies and whey protein for like all his food.
Yeah, and then he was doing the blended food on top of it.
Yeah, and then he finally said, you know what, fuck it, because he took a lot of heat and he gave the reins over to Ben and kind of really allowed him more to be his coach more than just his friend. And then things started to change. But like, I don't think that works, bro. I think there needs to be you need to like have your coach on some pedestal to a degree. Like you have to like still to this day with Blue, like I get like, excited or anxious or whatever when he sends a response to my check-ins. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's my boy. Like, yeah, if I needed something, I'm sure he'd help me out and vice versa. But like it's coach client first and foremost.
Yeah.
That's always going to be that way. So like you need to have a certain level of like respect or like admiration for your coach in a way where like you're never going to miss a check-in because he'll be on your shit or you don't want to disappoint him or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny we're talking about this because I was at this point before like I had talked to you, Luke, like, a little over a month ago about like potentially working with Blue. And I had like a lapse where I'm like, oh, you know what? Like I might, like I'm really close with Nate Spear. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I might want to work with him. And then like me and Nate talking back and forth, like, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, he knows a lot about the industry, and he's like, dude, blue will get you fucking huge. And I'm like, I got to be honest with you. I'm like, I thought about working with you, but I don't want it ruining our friendship.
Yeah.
And that's way fucking more important to me. And I said that to Nate. I'm like, my friendship with you right now is more important than me working with you and then something potentially going wrong with it. Yeah. It's not worth it to me.
Because
I was gonna say, I tell, like, I've had good close friends that have asked me to coach them, and I don't do it because not just because I don't want to blur those lines, but also, like, as a coach, if I didn't get my boy absolutely peeled, like, I would feel a weird guilt, and I don't.
Yeah,
like, I don't want that either.
And then there's a lot of coming out of shows, bro. It's obviously an emotional time period. There's a lot of finger pointing that goes on, you know, like if you fuck up, oh, it's his fault, it's my fault. And that's where like a lot of this like tension can come from because it is emotional and you put so much into it. And then there's also like the health side of things. Like, God forbid you tell your boy to take something and he takes it and something goes wrong. There's like, that's real life shit. You don't necessarily want to be responsible for, you know? And like, obviously we all take risks in this game, but like, I don't know, it's different, man. Like, I think you should leave your friendships, and, you know, it's the same way you don't hire your friends to manage your money and shit like that, you know, like, just keep it to the professionals, keep it that way, because, you know, like, same thing with money, like, it's just going to cause problems if things go wrong, you know?
For sure.
So,
well, fellas,
I don't agree with it personally, but
it's time for me to go get my last meal in for the day.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Mike, will you go offline here? You got to tell us the news. You got to tell us the offline.
Yeah. I'll hit the end of the recording real quick, and then I'll tell y'all.
Yeah.
All right, people.
All right, guys. Good seeing you.
Have a good night, boys.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Later.